Satin.
And welcome to Rooted in Real, where genuine conversation meets grounded perspective.
I said I was read. I really wasn't, but you know,
It's
it
okay.
works.
Here we
it
are.
Works that way.
We're going.
Yes.
Welcome to episode 17 of the Rooted in Real with AJ and Satin podcast, y'all.
Yes,
Thank
you
y'all
guys
for
for
being
joining
here.
us.
So if you were here last week, we talked about waiting on the promises of God.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to talk about the process to the prophecy.
The process to the prophecy. Such a good title.
I think you came up with it.
I did. Pat on the back.
I think that was you.
Yes, it was me.
So what I'd like you to tell the people, Satin, the difference between a promise and a prophecy.
Right.
Start there.
Start there. Okay, so for me,
Because I thought they were the same.
right, so
And
for
then she
all,
explained it.
all these biblical theologians, I ain't in. Don't tussle with me. Don't tussle with me.
Don't tussle with me in the comments.
Don't tussle
We're not
with me in the
doing that. Don't
comments.
be stitching us.
Don't be
Stop
stitching me,
tussling.
talking about they wrong. Let me tell you, this is my remember, grounded perspective. It's from us. It's from us. So for me, a promise is an assurance. It's an assurance of something. It's a commitment to something that's going to occur in the future.
Okay.
And for me, a prophecy is historical. A prophecy is a contingency. And they're not the same. They're not the same to me. Okay, a promise is this is going to occur despite whatever happens. Meaning, you're going to be able to get that car. I said, and these are from God, of course, this is biblical. God said, I'm going to get that car. So no matter if my situation doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get that car, I'm going to be able to get that car because it's a promise.
Okay.
A prophecy, to me, is conditional. You'll get that car if you work 40 hours a week. You'll get that car if you do these things, or that car will come to pass, or will come to pass, so that gifting will come to pass in the future if these things occur. And if something happens along that journey where those things don't occur, then that prophecy doesn't take place. Now that's me. Now y'all biblical scholars and theologians.
But it also makes sense.
It makes sense. That's how I view it in simplest terms. Now there's more to it when you start thinking about the different types of prophecies, the historical prophecies, the messianic prophecies, the revelatory prophecies. When you start getting into details, we're not going that deep. We surface level over here. For now. And
So we ain't even made it to, a bunch of episodes. We'll stay on the surface.
That's right.
For now.
In our own personal lives, there's deeper things that we go into that we're not trying to get into here in these 30 minutes or 45 minutes that we do. But for me, promise is simply that. Promise is this is going to occur. This is going to happen. There are conditions that are labeled and meet out, but there's a journey to it. It's still going to take place.
And it just might take you longer to get it.
It might take you longer. And the prophecy, is a little bit different. It's, historical context. It's, I'm revealing the truths, the history, the revelation of things that happen.
Yeah.
That's how I took it into be.
Because before we started this episode, in my head, Abraham getting all the descendants
Right.
was a promise / prophecy.
Right.
But she was explaining it to me like it's a promise, because I was thinking like, well, because Jesus comes from his lineage.
Right.
Like that's how you get all of the the sand and the
Right.
stars. You can't count them because he has so many descendants. And she was like, I wouldn't call that a prophecy, because he was gonna get that.
Right.
No matter what, like that was a promise to Abraham that he would have all these descendants if he left his family home. Like he did all the things God told, but that was a promise.
That's right.
And it wasn't. I don't think it was delayed. I honestly don't think it was delayed. I think he got it when he was supposed to get it. He just was trying to do it in his own timing.
Right.
But so that's a promise and not a prophecy technically.
Right, because the prophecy is a divine message.
Yeah.
It's divinely given, and not necessarily that a promise isn't, but the prophecy itself in the correlation of what it is I don't know. I feel like to me a prophecy is more spiritually based than a promise. Not that it, there are spiritual connotations to it and God is there. I just mean in the sense that when you are, let's example for those of us that go to church, you're in church, you go to the altar, you're getting prayed for, and there is something spoke of your life, a prophecy that spoke on your life. Mm-hmm. It always seems conditional. To me, it's always been conditional. God is going to give you breakthrough, but you got to put down alcohol. You got to put down. You got to stay consistent.
Get it. You won't get it without doing
right.
The
right. There's a revelation that comes with it. There's I mean, in both of them, in a promise and a prophecy, there's along the journey, there's things that you have to do and there's things that take place. But to me, when a prophecy has come, it's like, okay, I know for a fact, like we were talking about in our last episode about promise, like what do I need to do to get to the promise? And in prophecy, these are the things you need to do to get
For
the prophecy.
real. Yeah.
Like, these are, like it's spoken. The prophecy is going to occur. Or the prophecy in the future is going to happen because of these things are going to occur.
But if you don't do the things.
Right, but if you don't do the things.
Then it may not come to pass.
Then it's not going to come to pass.
Okay.
Right.
So that's the difference.
Right.
Because in my head, the prophecy was going to happen no matter what.
Right.
But it could be that you don't do right. So you don't get the thing that was prophesied over you.
Right.
You don't take the steps in the journey. Like we talked about the journey to the promise, there's also a journey to a prophecy.
Right.
So you may not be taking the correct steps to get to this prophecy.
That's right.
And you also were telling me that like prophecies could be a warning.
Yeah, they could be a warning. Absolutely.
See, like I told y'all, because in the last episode, I really thought these were the same thing. So, but this one, like if I say, hey, if you don't put these things down, if you don't stop doing these things that you're not supposed to be doing that against me, this is what's going to happen to you.
Right. Again, the condition.
Yes, this is what's going to happen to you, and it's not going to be great.
It's not going to be great.
Not going to be great. Like it's not going to be something that you like. It's not going to feel good. None of that. If you don't stop doing these things that I've specifically told you to stop doing. Because a lot of times people will say, like they feel like the things that convict them and the things that God has told them to stop doing, they must now, hey, you're not getting your stuff if you don't do these things that God told me
They try
not
to make
do.
it applicable to everyone.
But it's not, because sometimes God will say, yes, it's personal. So it's like, even like with certain things like music.
Yes.
Some people are like, listen, I can't listen to nothing but gospel music because when I listen to something else, it takes me straight back to the world.
That's right.
And I leave God in the dust.
Yeah.
Now, if that is you, and you feel convicted when you listen to it, then don't do it.
That's right.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Listen to the Holy Spirit dropping these gems in your spirit to tell you, hey, that ain't for you, player.
Right.
That ain't for you.
It could be applicable to other people now. And I guess I want to. I guess I want to bring clarity because I don't want it to be like just because it's personal doesn't mean that it can't be applicable. Because when God gives prophecy, He can give them to the congregation, a whole. He can give them to what?
Just because I say it's personal doesn't mean it's not applicable.
Yeah, doesn't mean it's not applicable. And sometimes I will say this, personally for me, when I have been in the church setting and a prophecy is given and it may be given to a specific person, if it's something that the Lord has allowed to be broadcast to us as a whole, I take that in. I take that as even though the Lord is speaking to this person individually, or maybe the Lord spoke to the pastor, or they felt like the Lord spoke to them, and He said, the Lord gave me this prophecy of what's going to happen in my life, and I need you guys to stand in prayer with me. I take that as, okay, well, if it's for the head, it's for the body.
Right.
And so I'll be like, okay, this may be applicable to me in the future. And even if it's not, one thing that I love, my old bishop when I was really young, he used to say this all the time. He used to say that if the prophecy that is spoken over your life doesn't seem like it's applicable to your life in that moment, put it on the shelf. Put it on the shelf, go about your life, do the things that you need to do, and then go back and revisit it. Don't just put it on there and let it gather dust. Go back to it and apply, does this apply right now?
Yeah.
And see how it may be applicable in your life in that moment. And if it is, then take it off and start applying it to your life. Because if it's a warning, or, maybe it's a blessing, or maybe it's a gifting, or maybe it's, it's threefold, it's past, present, and future, because they can be.
Yeah.
It talks about.
That would be daunting.
Right. It talks about the things that have happened and how those things relate to the things that are going on in the present and how it's going to affect your future. When you get those what I trifold prophecies, to me are awesome because it already gives you a history.
Yeah.
And it also gives you a present to be like, okay, this is the foundation that I'm standing on in order to be ready for the future. And all the conditions were already met in the past. These are the conditions that I'm abiding by now. And if I continue to do and stay on that line of thinking, or that mode of transportation, so to speak, when you get to the prophecy for the future, then you already know that the conditions have been met for the prophecy to come to pass in the future.
True.
And so for me, it's one of those things that you take in what's necessary for you, and when it's not, put it on the shelf and go back and apply it later. It may be years, or it may never be applicable to you. I have recalled in my own personal life, and this is my own personal journey, where I have went to the altar with several people, or I was called to the altar with several people, and the prophecy that was spoken over me was not related to me, and even in the smallest sense. And I was like, and I have audibly told him, because I'm one of those
This ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, this ain't got nothing to do. And I've said that this has nothing to do with me. This is not ego. This is not pride. But I've said it in a respectful way because I respect the man or the woman of God that is speaking over my life or trying to speak into my life. And I was like, this doesn't apply to me. But what I will do, because I've been taught, I will put it on the shelf. And I will come back and it hasn't ever applied to me. It's still on the shelf to this day. And I think I was maybe like 19, 20 years old when I got there. And I remember that because I remember that's the first time, because I feel like I was encouraged and supported enough in the ministry in which I was in to where we were trained enough to be like, okay, this is what you receive into your spirit.
Yeah.
And these are the things that when you feel like your spirit man is rejecting it, or maybe your fleshly man is rejecting it, don't just outright reject it. Put it on the shelf because it can apply to your life later and it can be beneficial for your life later. And I feel like that has kept me in a lot of situations. Because some things, when you hear it, because, when you hear it, you're like for me, I'll say for me, it's automatically, I want to reject it. Even if it's a good thing.
Just like compliments.
Right. It's that whole, your foe until your friend is, I'm not going to receive it until I want to take it in, just sketchy. Just everything
stubborn.
is sketchy. It is stubborn, but it's also, it's also,
is that a control thing?
It's a trust.
Well?
It's a trust thing.
Okay.
It's a trust. I don't want to control the narrative. I don't want to control what's being taken in. It's trust.
I mean, saying like I'm gonna do it when I want, like that is control.
Well, it's more so not that I want to do it when I want to do it. It's more like when I trust that the word is going to be helpful and not harmful to me.
Okay.
Like, I mean, because you can't control God.
You could try.
Yeah, I have. I have.
How's that working out for you?
Oh yeah, I have lost at every turn. I have failed
every battle.
At every battle.
All of it.
All of it. The war, the battle, all of it.
Lord,
drowned.
have mercy
when
on
I
us.
was swimming against the current.
Because why? Why are you going against it?
Why? Just I don't know.
It's okay. You get it together.
You get it together. But yes, so I feel like, to sum that up, yes, in prophecy, take it in. Take it in to you. Say, okay, scan yourself. It doesn't apply right now. Put it on the shelf.
Okay. And I've always been told, like, if you can, write it down.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's easy to forget.
Oh, yeah, write everything
somebody told
down.
you for a second. But like,
right. Especially in the moment, in the height of
the
emotions
the atmosphere and everything else that are going on in the moment,
Yeah.
you may forget what's going on and what they've said. So when you can, you write it down so that you can always reference it and see when it does apply. Or if it does apply to you right now, what should I be doing to be ready for this prophecy?
That's right.
And that's when you go deeper with God and go through the journey and the purposeful preparation.
Right.
And get on that potter's wheel.
Yeah, you get on that potter's wheel.
And be molded by God.
That's right.
To be able to accept your prophecy and handle the weight of it whenever it shows up. Because
That's
prophecies are
heavy.
Sometimes they can be heavy.
Right.
Like a promise of a car. Oh Lord, like God said, I promise I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna keep you. But prophecies, sometimes they can require a lot of responsibility and could even be for you for someone else.
Right.
Like some things that you're gonna have to do for other people.
Yeah.
In order to get the blessings that God, I won't say, but like to get the blessings from God that you were supposed to do, and for you to be obedient, like you might have to be doing stuff for others in your prophecy. And
I think that's why I respect the mouthpiece of God. Whoever is the mouthpiece in that moment that is delivering the prophecy, I respect the giftings because I know personally the battles and the wars that they're fighting to bring that to pass, to have it. I know the sleepless nights that they're going through, they're experiencing. I know the midnight hours where they're getting up and they're praying and interceding for people that they don't even know. You know what I mean? It's just God said, pray for this person in Africa and their name is, such and such. All of a sudden.
What it seems like to you. But like, I also want to put a caveat of don't just be out here taking prophecies from everybody.
That's right.
Now, I will say the few times that I have had someone prophesy to me, they have picked me out.
Yeah.
Usually it's somebody that doesn't really know me.
Right.
And they'll tell me something that nobody else knows.
Right.
It's like God wants you to know, like, this is the person.
Is from him.
This is from me. This is this person I have given to you, and you need to respect what they say, and you need to listen to it.
Right.
But I've never had anyone come to me and just blurt out the prophecy.
Right.
There's usually a little, even if it's small, just something right before that I'm like, oh.
Right.
Oh, you from God. Okay, because I ain't told not a single soul what you just said to me in my ear.
Right, and also God confirms his word.
Yes.
So, there'll be 3 instances. I'll say that, again, theologians don't come for me. For me, there's 3 instances that he come and he confirmed his word for you. You already know that the word that God is giving you. There's something already that's like you said. Somebody will come to you and you'll be like, I know that this is from the Lord because I haven't said anything to anybody. There's already a knowing in your spirit of this is something that's going on. This is something I'm praying over. Or this is something that is occurring in my life. There's always already a knowing that you have in your own body,
right?
Your own mind, your own spirit. And then somebody else comes and they say that word and it peaks. It peaks. Oh, wait a minute. God is on to something.
Yeah.
And then somebody comes and they confirm that word again. And you're like, you know what? That's God. I believe, that's me. I believe God does that for a reassurance to us because we are human, we are flesh, and we do have such a human nature that we need confirmation. We need to have an understanding that the word that is being spoken over our life or the prophecy that's being spoken into our life to tell us is from him.
Yeah.
And I think it's a huge assurance. Now, I have received quite a few prophecies from people that are close to me, even if they are familiar with my situation, but because I have been in prayer with the Lord and because I know the Lord's voice, then when they come and speak to me, I know that they're speaking to me out of the will of God. And even if I question my own, I'm like, oh, well, they know my situation. Again, I apply the shelf principle. That's what I'm calling it, the shelf
principle.
And
I put a shelf around here, y'all.
Yeah. We love a shelf. And I'll put that on the shelf, and I'll say, okay, well, they know my situation, God, but clearly they don't know the ins and outs of that.
Right.
I feel like
what they just told me couldn't have come from themselves. Right. It had to have come from you.
Right. Like, okay, for instance, the dreams and stuff that I have, because I'm a dreamer, man. It's crazy.
Yes, she is.
I am a dreamer. I have terrible insomnia because I dream and I'm up. I'm out here fighting for my life, people. I'm fighting for my life. And it don't even got nothing to do with me.
Don't.
Like the other day.
She's so connected. She texted me one day and was like,
I was finna say that.
Like, how are you feeling? How are you feeling emotionally today? Why is you texting me? Because clearly I'm irritated. Why is you bothering me? Tell the Lord to leave you alone.
That's what I said. And I think she said something like that. Tell the Lord to leave. I said, I was
like, now I got to watch my own emotions. So I make sure you ain't taking on too much because we're too connected at this point that the Lord is like, you get it too.
And I told you, I said, no, it's perfectly fine. Like, it's fine. I mean, it'd be fine if I told the Lord, you can't use me. You're going to use me anyway. But I was like, it's perfectly fine. I just want to make sure that I'm on target because if it don't belong to you, then it belongs to me. And I got to figure this thing out because whatever this is I'm feeling, I don't need this. This is the wrong time to be coming up.
Yes, and it was literally just, I was annoyed at work and then you just text. I'm like, all right, I'm better now.
Like it reached enough.
So you can be better. I'm fine. Everybody's fine.
Right. And I believe that's the whole connection of prophecy against promise. Like I might know your promise because you might have shared it with me, but I feel like, like when God promises something to you, it's more like, again, that's your journey. That's a promise that God has given you. There are going to be other people that come along that may aid in your promise being fulfilled, but they're going to be footnotes in your journey. However, they're going to be footnotes. They're going to be a footnote in your journey, but I feel like a prophecy is so involved that there's going to be so many facets that other people, that they're going to make an impact upon your life. And that's why I have so much respect for prophets that, have to speak into other people's lives because
it's hard.
That I can
weight, imagine.
Yeah, that weight and that
delivering that news to people on a regular
because
basis.
you have to be a certain type of person to go to somebody that even you don't know or that you do know and tell them, hey, if you don't get your life right, you going to jail.
Like it ain't gonna be for 2 days either. Like, you going.
How you just gonna walk up to me and tell me I'm going, and then you have to have such a boldness about yourself to be like, yeah, you going to jail.
Yeah, like you heard what I said the first time.
You heard what I said. I said what I said and you heard me. And then to also, again,
God said it.
Again, when you receive a prophecy, there may be a feeling of being torn down if it's,
If it's negative.
I don't want to say negative because all of it works for the good of those who love God and who's called according.
But telling me I'm going to jail seems negative.
But when it can be, heartbreaking, or it can be hard to take in. Yeah. I also know that God builds you up. He doesn't just give a prophecy that just completely tears you down. If I come in and I'm the one that essentially breaks you down, then there's also going to be a building back up. Yeah, it has to be there. God doesn't do that. God doesn't just tear. He doesn't tear. He doesn't destroy. He doesn't damage. He builds you up. And so, I feel like there are varying ways in which the prophecy is delivered. So I may come to because I have given prophecy. I'm not gonna say specifics, but I have given prophecy to people, and it have been harsh, and I have questioned the Lord. I have prayed and interceded.
And he said,
incessantly,
listen, you said what I said for you to say to them.
Right. Not because I didn't want to give the word, but it's like, Lord, don't you think that's a little rough? And I mean, I have done that because I have said to myself, okay, how would I want to be in this situation if I was the one receiving the word? And the Lord knows that person better than I know him. Right. So he's like, you need to give them the word this way. Because if you put some honey and some sugar on it, they're going to be like, I can do it, or I don't have to do it.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. It ain't that big a deal.
It ain't that big a deal.
And it's a big old deal.
It's a big old deal. Life or death for them.
Yes.
And you out here
playing. You out here playing my life. You out here playing with me because you scared to tell me what God said to tell me. Girl, you better get it together and tell me what that man
and that's why I believe that when the Lord gives that gifting to someone to be able to prophesy and speak life into another person's life, or to speak life-changing information. When he does that, you got to be about your business. You got to be about your Father's business.
Because you sure told me some stuff that was not happy.
See why she go there.
And and the prophecy was real. She was like, this is going to be a hard year. And I was like, what did I do? What did I do?
That's right.
And even after I'd already had that baby and everything else, that was a really hard year.
Yeah.
What you mean it's going to get harder?
Yeah. It was. And it was a hard word for me to give. And it was a hard word for me to give because I knew of the hard year you had already had.
Yeah. And I'm like, man, but my thing when you do it, I guess because I'm already, in the church and everything, I know that it's hard. It's not easy for you to tell me something that's hard. Mm-hmm. So while I might be sitting on the other side of the phone, I may be a little silent. I'm not irritated with you at all.
Right.
And I know that you just did what you had to do, and I appreciate you listening to God and doing what He tells you to do.
Right.
So then I was able to pray and ask God to help me through
because
I knew
it's
it was
a warning.
Coming. It's a warning. I knew it was coming. And then for that one, there was nothing I could do about it. So I was like, just help me out. Help me out a little bit and just let me stay sane.
And see, listen, I think you handled it beautifully.
Here I am.
Right. I really think you did.
And I feel great these days. That was just a season.
Yes,
that was a season of a little bit of turmoil and a little bit of it was rough.
Right.
My mental state was a little rough.
Yeah, it was a little rough.
We are.
It was a little rough.
I'm cool.
We cool.
And I never felt like you did anything wrong or that I was like, I'm gonna stop talking to Sadie. Even if I have said that to you, it's joking. I'm gonna stop talking to her because she's doing too much.
And
I'm waiting on the one time when you tell me a prophecy that's like,
I told you a couple of good ones.
A couple. But I feel like I need something to outweigh with that. I need something to outweigh because I was just I was struggling. That kid and that whole my kid, the whole thing with my kid was a rough time, and I did not get over it for a couple of years. You was right.
Yeah, you was right.
That year was rough because I was struggling so bad with that whole thing, the traumatic nature of having him and all of that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna need one to be like, you
rainbows and kittens.
I'm gonna need rainbows and kittens prophecy from you,
as we said in episode 2.
Yes, I'm gonna need you to go talk to the Lord and ask Him for a rainbows and kittens one. But it might not be for me to have one right now. Who knows?
I don't know.
I'm gonna stay connected. I'm gonna stay connected.
Look, I don't know. Look,
you just do what you're told.
I just do what I'm told.
I'm just a messenger.
And that again, back to prophecy. It's a message. You're the messenger. And sometimes it comes in forms that we might not necessarily expect or want to receive. I have received prophecies from people I know didn't like me, and I know I didn't like them.
Yeah.
I have, and because God doesn't care, there's a message that needs to be delivered, and there's a party that needs to receive that message. In whatever form it comes in, it needs to come in. There is no flesh in prophecy. You know,
True.
People may try to add flesh, but there is no flesh in prophecy. This is a supernatural, spiritual method that God uses in his kingdom of God to advance the kingdom of God, to warn the kingdom of God, to prepare the kingdom of God. And so your people, those people that have been assigned and destined and gifted, whatever you want to call it, and been chosen, because that's truly what it is. Nobody choose. I don't know nobody that has chose to be a prophet, that has chose to walk in that office, that has chose to walk in that gifting, because it's hard.
It's hard on your body, hard on your mind.
And it's lonely.
Yeah.
It is. Now, I don't want to get emotional about that, but I will, because having experienced that loneliness.
All right, go ahead.
Don't
I'm
cry.
ready. I'm ready. Go
right.
ahead.
Having experienced that loneliness, it's a different kind of loneliness, because it's a longing in your heart to want to be connected to people. It's a longing in your heart to want to be like everyone else, to do the things to everyone else, to be out and to be sociable. But there is a quiet place that you have to get to be able to sit in the Lord, to be able to sit in his spirit, to be able to sit in his presence, and to be able to be washed clean and purified so that you can receive this word into your spirit, and deliver it. And that's such a lonely road to take. And it's not a bad thing, but when you're adjusting, and if there's anybody out there that has ever experienced that, when you're adjusting to the gifting of prophecy, whether you're walking in the office of prophet or whether you're just visiting the office of prophecy so that God can build you up for another office, because I believe every office has an understanding of every other office, you know, whether you're a minister, preacher, teacher, evangelist, you have an understanding of all of those. So there may be a season where you walk in it. It's such a lonely road, because the things that you hear, the sleepless nights, you know, the being in the grocery store and feeling people's anger, feeling people's emotions, and then maybe you're a person that's not necessarily you don't necessarily feel emotionally stable because of your own personal life and walk. God he cares, get that wrong, but in that moment you're a vessel and a tool that's going to be used by him, and so your flesh has to decrease so your spirit man can increase and speak into other people's lives. And that gifting of prophecy is a heavy coat to carry, and I don't know anybody that has purposely chosen and said,
give me all of that.
Give me the sleepless night. Give me the knowing so that I can speak into strangers' lives. Give me the knowing that in the middle of the night, you're going to wake me up and tell me to pray for Diane, who's in Wichita, Kansas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you pray for Diane in Wichita, Kansas,
who you ain't gonna never meet.
You'll
never know if anything happens. You'll never know what happens after that.
And then let's just say, by happenstance, you read in the newspaper that Diane from Wichita, Kansas got into a wreck and should have been dead.
But she survived.
But
you know it wouldn't be happenstance that you see that Diane survived.
That's right. And because you got up in the middle of the night to intercede for Diane in Wichita, Kansas.
I came with Diane. Diane, I hope you all right.
Diane, if you're in Wichita, Kansas, I'm sorry. I was using it as an example. I don't have no word for you, but we will pray for you. You know what I mean?
Because I feel like now you got to.
Nah, I got to.
There's got to be a Diane in Wichita.
There's got to be a Diane in Wichita. We praying for her. We praying for her. And I genuinely believe that prophecy, the warnings that come from prophecy are just, they next level to me. And I say that in the sense that there's one thing for like your mom to say, don't touch the stove, it's hot. Mm-hmm. There's another warning to say, don't touch the stove, because not only will it burn you, but then X, Y, Z will happen. Yeah. You'll lose your life. Mm-hmm. Your house will be burned down. All your possessions will be gone. Those are the kind of prophecies. Oh, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's not just you. Everything around you is going to be affected by the prophecy that is given. And the promise can just be just for you. Other people may benefit from it, but they'll never be able to. They might benefit from it because they're connected to you in the sense, let's say God promised that he's going to give you a home. Your kids and your husband, they're going to live there. They're going to be able to benefit from it. But you, the trust that has been built in God, the connection that has been built, the faith that has been restored, that you receive from the promise being fulfilled, other people don't get to experience that. You know, and so when it comes to prophecy, and the warning comes, you be like, you know what? I'm gonna eat this crow, because that's what it is. I'm gonna eat this crow. I'm gonna eat it, Lord. And
it's like you go deny me 3 times, Peter.
Yep.
And he's like, never that.
Never that.
I wouldn't do that, Lord.
Not me.
Not it.
Not me.
No.
Not I, Lord.
Said the cat. And what happened?
Not the cat.
3 times.
3 times.
Came true.
Right. And Jesus was still like, I understand.
And what's funny is when you see people that will animate that part, like if you see a bit like a cartoon or something, or and when he does it, it's like Jesus walks by him or something, like he sees Jesus, like he's getting pulled away or something, and he sees him and he's like, "Told you so."
That's right. Told you.
Told you so.
Told you.
I told you you was gonna deny me. So like that was the prophecy. That's what it was.
That's what it was. And so I think I wanted to discuss prophecy because having been someone that is active and present in the gifting of prophecy, that whether I want to be used or whether I want to be utilized or whether I want to operate in that gifting, it is a blessing to operate in it, but it's also a road that requires alone time with the Lord. And it requires it doesn't require a lot, but it requires you to be present. It requires you to be active, and it requires you to not walk in fear.
Yeah.
Because again, you're going up to people you have no idea, you've never met, people you may have met. And that's another thing. Giving prophecies to people that you know can also feel daunting to some people, because you're like, I already know them. I know their situation, and I know their personality. And their personality is hostile, or their personality is, and I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people, again, my default face, as we talked about. But I'm also genuinely just not friendly to people that I'm not friendly to. And I mean,
we talked about this.
We talked about it, we joked about it, but I'm genuinely not, but not like, I'm not intentionally trying to be nasty or mean. I'm just not.
Just not friendly.
Just not friendly. I'm just like, hey.
Very neutral.
Very neutral. Very neutral. And so,
very gray.
If you have been one of those people that have had to give me a word, you have had to operate in some type of boldness. Because my face.
You ain't giving off. Come give me no word.
Right. And my face is not saying I'm receiving it. Even if I am receiving it, my face might be like, And I'm taking it in. I'm taking it in, but I ain't necessarily like, I ain't giving you what you need. To feel like you're
doing a good job.
No
feedback.
No feedback. No feedback at all. And so being someone that has had to give prophecy to people, and I say had to give, that has had the opportunity. Yes.
Mindset shift.
Yes. That God has said, okay, yeah, I'm going to use you to be able to give this prophecy to this person. I'd be like, ooh, Lord.
You sure you want me?
Like even, prophecies that I've given, to other people. Let's say Haley, for instance. I woke and I'd be like, I don't think you want to hear this today, Lord. I mean, she 2 months postpartum. I don't think she want to hear this. Or being like, you sure you want me to give them this warfare prophecy?
Right now?
Right now?
Is it for later?
I mean, I don't know everything that's going on in their life, Lord, but from what they've mentioned, I feel like they're already in the thing that you're talking about.
I feel like it's being done already.
It's already done
already. Just add some more salt to the wound?
Right. And he'll say, oh, no, this different. This different? It seems very similar.
Go do what I said.
It seems very similar.
He ain't asked you to be questioning him.
I be.
Come run me my prophecies.
Right.
Okay?
It's condition, it's focus, it's timeline. There's conditions that are given in prophecy. There's a focus that has to occur in terms of you giving the word, in terms of the person receive it. So it's the lock-in method.
Okay.
I'll say a prophecy, you have to be locked in.
Yeah.
And then there's a timeline. Prophecy is going to happen. Prophecies are conditional, and this is the timeline. Again, the difference between promises, it's going to be promised, but when will it happen? How will it happen? You may not know the details, but prophecy, there's going to be instructions that are given. There are going to be warnings that are given. There's going to be a timeline that is presented. And so when that is presented, you're like, okay. And that's where I feel like you should be more comfortable and receptive and be more assured in a prophecy, because there's so much information given around a prophecy.
I get you.
There's a comfortability.
Yep.
Did I say that word? Nah, I messed you up.
I know. Now I'm like, am I saying the word correctly?
Y'all know I don't speak English.
It's not your first language.
That's my first language. But you get comfortable. There's a place where you can be comfortable in knowing that the prophecy that God has spoken is relevant to you, even if it doesn't seem applicable in that moment.
Okay.
It's relevant to you.
Relevant to you. The process to prophecy.
Yes.
That's what ASL sign for clapping.
What they do when
after a jazz.
Yeah.
You do a poem.
Yes.
Yes.
I told you I do poetry too, don't I? Anyway. I found a video of a spoken word I did somewhere. It was on Facebook of all places.
She said it like I'm just
like,
no. Learn something new every day. Learn something new every day.
Probably why God allows me to operate in the gifting of prophecy. I'm not eloquent of speech. I don't know why he chose me. That's probably why.
Just like Moses.
Yeah, it's probably why.
Didn't Moses have a stutter?
Yep. Mine is memory.
Chose him anyway.
Mine is memory.
It is now.
It is now. But yes, prophecy and promising, the process to prophecy.
This was good. This was a good learning moment for me.
Yeah.
So I hope it was for you too.
I hope it was.
All right.
Thank you for joining us today. Join us for episode 17 next week.
Wait, this is 17.
Oh, 18. We on 17?
This is 17, baby.
Good gosh.
Thank y'all for being here.
That's wild.
Yeah, we done done a lot, honey. We out here working. We working hard for the money. So hard for it, honey. We work hard for the money, but we ain't getting none yet. So y'all need to go on and get some comments, some likes, and some shares. Subscribe, thanks. So we can get the money.
Thank you for joining us on episode 17, Process to Prophecy. We'll see you on episode 18
next week.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever that is. All right. Bye, y'all.